Kitty up!
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Esika's Chariot. Yes, it's a vehicle that can be my commander. With the rules change coming out in Edge of Eternities, we can finally play Esika's Chariot, the kitty cat chariot, as our commander. So this deck is mono green tokens, making big tokens, copying them, and trying to make interesting tokens to copy using cards like Nexus of Becoming or over here, the Springheart Nantuko. We can even copy cards that we eternalize, or we can copy huge tokens made by things like Renin 7. And why copy once when we can copy twice, making extra counters, extra triggers, extra tokens with the various cards in our deck. And of course, because it's a vehicle, we have extra vehicle synergy, things that want to be tapped like Kona, and of course, the cards that actually name vehicles like Intrepid Stable Master. So let's take Esika's Chariot into the queue and make a kitty or two. Plagen, Lord of the Beach. I would like to have some early ramp, that's much better for me. Plagen will be drawing cards, hitting with the booty, and oftentimes a blink deck. They'll be protecting things too. This does have a higher toughness and power, so helps them draw. And I want to start with the Llanowar Elves, since I can use the mana from Utopia Sprawl right away. I see next turn being like ramp into ramp, and the ramp will have tokens, and the tokens are nice. Yeah, this is going to be a very quick start for me if they don't have counter spells or exiling, removal. They don't bolt the bird, to be kind. They got a Springleaf Drum, so they could tap that for mana. I'll tap Llanowar Elf. And use that for the Overlord of the Hauntwoods, which makes a land token, which can be doubled with Esika's Chariot. Somebody's asking, do I get anything out of the fetch lands in my deck other than thinning? Yes, there's a couple landfall token makers. I did take Rampaging Baloths out. I might add it back in. But it does help thin the deck as we get more lands, so I don't have to deal with as many of them. Oh, Alice, thank you so much for the 10-month resub, and good morning. Esika's Chariot. It wasn't countered. They did have like one blue up. Wash away is real and it can't hurt you. And I have to decide now, do I want to hold up Heroic Intervention or explore? I'm going to hold the Heroic Intervention. They're a blue-white deck, and I do not trust like that. Splash Portal. They blink, they'll draw 2 more. That is one of those sorcery speed blink cards. A little surprised they didn't blink it or tap it for the mana to blink it. But I guess they'll have other times they could use this. Voice of Victory will prevent me from casting spells on their turn. So, Heroic Intervention, I guess I'll just have to use on my turn. And Kitsa! Aww, another cute little high toughness critter. I'm going to get out one of the biggest potential tokens. It's the Renin 7 Treefolk token. I don't really want to be attacking with the cat tokens. I'll leave that up as a blocker. Go to combat. Swing with Esika's Chariot and duplicate the Treefolk. They can just take this hit and protect whoever's blocking. Yeah, so protection from green. And because I can't use Heroic Intervention on their turn, I will be casting Explore in second main. Okay, I got a land. So I'll play it. Makes this bigger. Somebody's saying cats famously crave violence. You say that right as my cat is meowing in the other room. Really, hope she comes up on the desk. She's so cute. Oh, what's this? Fell the Mighty. Well, there go my big, beautiful trees. And my kitties. And my wren. I still have a token I can copy. But that hurt. I'm gonna crack this open now. Fit in my deck. If only I could have held up Heroic Intervention, but I wouldn't be able to cast things on their turn because of Voice of Victory. I'll play Tribute to the World Tree into Toski, who will grow. And because I would like to still try to draw a card off of Toski's ability and make an extra land, I will be swinging in with this crude kitty cat chariot. Meow. Boop. Nice. And this will become a creature at the end of the turn. Very cool. Very Overlord. It's in here as a token-making good ramp piece. Hello, Plagen. Voice of Victory. Tree guy. Oh no! Let's go, Glamers! There is no other creature with a greater power. It's the highest power. And they're gonna blink Plagen so they can draw more cards. I had no way to stop that. So let's go, Glamers. Titan is a nice draw, but it doesn't do that much here. It just gets rid of the Springleaf Drum and makes a 4/4 for me to copy. I guess it draws me 2 cards. That's nice, because the 4/4 and the Titan are both power 3 or greater. Dang, yeah, see, they have card draw. I need card draw too. They technically have just 1 mana up. Ooh. Okay, so I could do this, which is a guaranteed value. Or I could make a random 7-drop. Nah. I'm gonna go with Titan for now. For now. Next turn, because I think I'll be able to do it for X equals 8, which puts me in hoof territory. That'll be the dream. In we go. Copying the Rhino, drawing another card. Chat's saying, who are you? What have you done with Amy? I'm setting up. What's better than a random 7-drop is a random 8-drop that has its enter the battlefield doubled twice. Right? Oh wait, I won't be able to Panharmonicon too. I only have 3 mana up. Doesn't matter. I can pool. See what I draw. Ooh, Sandstorm Salvager. I'll just play that right now. But it also gets doubled by Panharmonicon. No. It gives tokens trample. It's good. Also, will draw me a card. Also, will get big. It doesn't matter what I have in the deck. This doesn't generate cards that are in the deck. It just generates random cards. This is Momir. It's one of my favorite cards to throw into Brawl decks. And it's a little silly. Just a little bit. It's Momir at home, yeah! Honestly, I think when it enters, it should draw you a card. I don't want to have to use a card to get the Momir emblem. Azure Beastbinder. Okay, there's a lot of you now. This can get rid of abilities, but at least they're not gonna like board wipe me. The high toughness continues. They've drawn so many cards. In fact, they'll have to discard a card. They've drawn so many. Oh, wait, never mind. They had a 1-drop they could play post-combat. Land. Pool. Five, 6, 7, 8. Drop the card I straight up can't use on their turn. Void Beckoner. Okay, not the most exciting one, but not bad either. I will tap Void Beckoner because it can't attack or anything this turn. And I'll attack with everything except for the Llanowar Elf, and I will copy the Void Beckoner. Gets me a card drawn. They're saying good game. Oh! They weren't willing to give up their blockers. And there was a lot of trample damage off that Titan. GG. Ishtola Knights Blessed. She's going to be drawing cards whether I lose life or they lose life on either player's end step, drawing them cards every single turn. I'm keeping this hand though because it has a little bit of ramp that can help make Esika's Chariot uncounterable because it is a legendary spell. And I expect them to have a bunch of counter spells, especially once it costs 3 or more. I think I'm going to just do this right now. Turn you into more lands. And then next turn, I could play Esika's Chariot, or I could set up the Railway Brawler for bigger, more powerful kitties. The biggest, bestest kitties in the world. Now let's just play the Chariot. An uncounterable Chariot. Still very board wipeable, except this is a non-creature. These are creatures. And there's the board wipe that's going to take out my Hobbit and my cats. I'm now back down to 4 mana, which isn't enough to cast any of these, but it is enough to plot. So plot I shall. I have a way to make some tokens next turn. Using Vivian, I could make those tokens XXL using the Railway Brawler, and then hopefully copy them. You want me to pay the 2? I decline. And then I do a bunch of this stuff, bunch of that stuff. Some of these, some of those, one of these, one of thems. I was considering if I wanted to minus on that to get Reclamation Sage to destroy that. But for now, I'm going to go with this. And I'm feeling Trample because it's going to be extra large. I will tap you. Swing in and make another beast. This beast will not have the trample counter on it, but it's still a 6/6 beast. So I've put a ton of power on the board. And they're going to take additional main phases. That's okay. And I probably actually will pay the 2. It depends if I want to set up for extra card draw. No, I think I will. No, I will not. I'm looking at how this lines up. Draw, do not pay. I could technically use that to shuffle. I do have additional card draw off of both of these, but only one of them works on certain creatures. Okay, so that gets countered. That's fine. Look, you're gonna get more tokens. You love tokens. Trample again. Oh, I should have actually just gone for bigger instead of card draw. Kind of like to force them to have removal play. I'll do that on the copy. Oh, do you not get removal? I expected them to have removal because we had such a big swing here. Like a lethal swing. They just didn't have it. Okay, cool. Vinwixit Verbose Host. Vinwixit is going to be playing early evasive creatures to deal damage to increase their speed. This hand is not that good for me. I don't have early blockers. Yes, I do have this Emerald Medallion, but I am going to have a lot of difficulty stopping Vinwixit from doing Vinwixit things. So I'm going to do the rare double mulligan, and it paid off. I got an Allosaurus Shepherd here. I got two different, like, doubles. And with what I have, what am I feeling? Choose the one that has an alternate curve. This, I can ramp into my commander with this hand. And, of course, they had a turn 1 flyer. Anyway, I was saying this is a great hand because it stops counter spells, which they usually have a bunch of, because it's blue. Cute doubling season. Thank you. It's got cats on it. So, once they get to max speed, if Vinwixit's out, it will have double card draw. And there's nothing I can do about it. But I can ramp into my chariots. Even if I hadn't gotten a land, this taps for 2 for mounts and vehicle spells. It's a vehicle! Yes, that's right. I'm putting very serious cards into my deck. Oh, wait a minute. It has reach! I forgot. I just, like, see the reach icon and it's like, Nani desu ka? What do you mean it has reach? What do you mean it? Why do you have reach? 'Cause you're standing on your legally not a chocobo. They also may have forgotten. Oh, they buffed it up first. Maybe they thought I wouldn't trade. Wrong. I'll trade away having a thing for the next turn. Now it's time for a chariot. Blockers give me strength. Now they'll play another evasive creature soon. There's some unblockables, like various rogues. There's more flyers they could play. But they did have the start they wanted, which was a 1-drop flyer into Vinwixit and speed go up. But now they have to make speed go up again. Shoreline Looter, that's mostly unblockable. Oh no, this was completely unblockable. I'm thinking of the other 2-drop from Bloomborough. Twice the cats, twice the fun. Or get my Gargaroth. Overlord gets me closer to a hoof. I'm sorry for the thick debate here. I'm gonna go with Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Still crewing with the cats, since they're not that good at attacking through this board. Thank you, Allosaurus Shepherd. We love you, Allosaurus Shepherd. Hoping they don't have a little baby Cyclonic Rift. They did not do it before we do this. I know I could have copied that, but I'd rather make sure I have blockers. Okay, so they did have a bounce, but they're bouncing Overlord. And right now I have 6 lands, but 7 mana. Speed up. And Overlord of the Flood Pits. That's a big flyer. Do I have Graveyard Hate, or is the Octopus inevitable? I would say the Octopus is fairly inevitable, but that's okay. Should have done that post-combat. I just realized I would have been also able to play that or that because it comes in untapped. Yeah, that's totally fine with me. Oh, you know what? It got them to block. I think chat sees where this is going. Oof. There it is. They will be getting to max speed. There's nothing I can do about it. They'll even be drawing a card right after they hit max speed. Okay, so here's Kiora swinging in and making the giant octopus. I am going to block and make a beast because the wider I am, the more damage I deal. You want to put her back in hand? Oh, that's totally fine with me. They draw 2. Then they draw another 2. Threshold has been met. And a Kite Sail Arsonist sure can turn that into a treasure. And I will treasure it dearly. As I swing in with a Crater Hoof Behemoth and my large number of tokens, I don't even need to cast the Elf to make them all have +1/+1 because the game is done. GG, Vinwixit. Isn't that cool? The thing had reach. We love when things randomly have reach. Clive, Ifrit's Dominant. Clive is a very cool, very strong card. This will be mono red devotion. The more devotion they have, the more cards they can draw when he enters. I have a kind of funky start here. I'm not going to be doing that much right away, but I can make a ton of little tokens. Or I could save this. I have Wary Zone Guard, though, which is why I'm keeping this hand. And I am going to throw down this Springheart Nantuko, so I can start making insect tokens. I'd rather use it to clone things and then clone the clones with Esika's Chariot. But I want to make sure I'm building up the board quickly or getting them to wipe out my targets now before I generate too much value. All right, here we go. Fetchland's doing fetchland things. This is tapped, so it gets bigger and gets me this. There we are. Loads of little 1/1s. And now you're thinking, well, Amy, those are just 1/1s. Yeah, but like once I get Tribute to the World Tree out, they're going to be 3/3s. Chainsaw! Gonna hit that Springheart Nantuko. All right, well, never mind. I'll get one more token here. And I will double block because it's just worth it. I could block with even more things. Chainsaw will get one more counter since they all died at the same time. And I will play the Chariot. Go to combat. Swinging for 6. And get that land back again from the graveyard. I don't have anything else I could play with it. I could have double cast these, but I want to get the Chariot out. Since this flipped over, it actually doesn't have devotion anymore. They're back down to 1 devotion. Nyx Lotus. Gonna tap for mana based on devotion. But they could always like play something and copy it. Yeah, like this! Aw, man, I should have gone for the double 3s. That's okay, I can take some damage. I can burn, baby, burn. Ow. You and me, kitty cat. Make it bigger. Make it stronger. Yeah, so they can copy the Eidolon of the Great Revel in order to max out their devotion for Nyx, Lotus, and Clive. I should also mention that when Clive flips over, he fights. But I'm very wide here. So they're going for Clive. He's going to have 5 devotion unless they copy this first. But that's still plenty. They'll discard the 2 cards in their hand. Chandra. Ooh. I wonder if they were considering Chandra, but they were like, dealing 3 doesn't get rid of the big cat or these 2. Detective's Phoenix lets them give this haste so they can, I don't know, fly with it. Deal a bunch of damage to my face. Oop, they cast something that hurts them. Somebody's asking, can equipment be commanders? Only one of them, Aether Spark. Because it's also a planeswalker. Oof, ow, owie. They bones. Nice. Oh, wait, there's another equipment that can. It's the jellyfish. The jellyfish can also be your commander. I don't remember what it's called. Chip? Reality Chip. It's called Chip. Oh, good game, Clive. Loot the Pathfinder. Loot will be getting them, well, 3 different major abilities. Adding mana, drawing cards, and dealing damage. And Loot's also kind of funky because you can just play him with Teamer good cards. There's no reason to play anything else because very few things synergize with Exhaust outside of maybe 3 different cards, one of which is Arena only. There's no reason to do it, so you don't even bother. He's also got Double Strike, Vigilance, Haste, and with that Bolt ability is going to be able to sneak in a lot of damage and make himself very hard to block. He's also pretty good at blocking. Nice Bloom Tender. Taps for 3 with Loot. I got some nice ramp here, though. I'm going to go for Topiary Stomper to get myself another land. There we go. Let me guess how many physical commander decks I have. I have like a dozen that are completely built and ready to go outside of precons. And then I have about 20 that are half deconstructed. And yeah, they can't be played right away. They would take a little bit of work. I got my commander down, so that's good for me. I would have loved to have this out first, but if they are mostly tapped out, I want to be ready to play my commander against any sort of blue deck. So now they have 3 mana, so they could use any of Loot's abilities. And I don't have a safe block against Loot. As I mentioned before, he's got the ability to, like, let's say I block with Esika's Chariot. Doesn't matter. They just get the first strike, deal the 3, and it's gone. I'm going to try to take that out. I've decided I want to, like, risk my commander on it. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Going for 6 damage at Loot. I could just use him to draw some cards here. I'd say that one of my funkier commander decks is my Toymaker deck. Yeah, it's a really fun one. You can see it on Shuffle Up and Play, but you can also see me play it in person potentially at MagicCon Vegas, because I plan on having it be the only deck I'm bringing with me. Whoa, wait, what are you doing with all that? Yeah, I usually bring like 2 commander decks, one aggro deck and one non-aggro deck, like a crime deck or toy maker, so I can play fast games. Or sorry, MagicCon Atlanta. Vegas was the last one. Atlanta, yeah, Atlanta, I should have it. Yeah, sorry, I don't remember the names of places, things, or times. Now die, loot! Hey! Okay. Yeah, they're pretty much the same place. Okay, so because they are trying to save loot here, I'm killing them. Yeah, more cats. Loot returns. Tapped out, though, and I'm out of removal for him. That's fine. I don't have much removal in the deck. That's pretty much it. Outside of, like, artifact and enchantment removal. I'll play Tribute to the World Tree. And even though Esika's Chariot might not make it through this... Let me play the land. I am still going to be swinging in with it. And these 2 cats. Big cat. I'm just trying to force damage through. Any way I can, anywhere I can. Displacer Kitten lets them blink loot so they can use his exhaust abilities again. Or blink Topiary Stompers so they can get more lands. I could technically block here. I don't actually think that's a bad move. Since this would be a blocker for them otherwise. Am I a green mage at heart? I'm the combination of Selesnya and Grixis. That are drawing. I still have 5 mana up. An elf. 4 mana up. Very scared of 4 mana. I don't know about the rest of you. Yes, it's all the colors, but it's not all the colors, like, at the same time. Alright, so they're gonna blink, loot, and, not blink anything with Kit. It's like, you blink your elf, it won't do anything. This can now attack. Witness me! They might have a spell they can cast. Or they could just have the abilities here. Just crew it. And I will go for bibbidi bobbidi boo. Because I want them both to be 5 power. They're going for card draw. Now, if they have a red or green instant, they will be able to blink loot. They didn't get one. Okay, awesome. I will swing in with all of these. Chat's telling me don't kill loot. I crave violence. 4/4 cat. Meow meow. They're going to 1. They notably don't have any pain lands out. So I don't have to think about that. Yes, if I can eternalize Witness, then I can make a copy of it. Same with Fanatic of Ronus, which is actually one of the best, like, things you can copy in the deck. If you want to make copies of anything, by the way, you can also play God Pharaoh's Throne, I think is the name of the card. It's a 7-mana artifact, and it makes token copies of creatures in graveyard and turns them into 4/4s with haste. It unfortunately is inconsistent and expensive, even though it's really freaking cool. I'm gonna double block loot. I think they know they're dead. We're wide. We've dealt a lot of damage. Nice. Oh, God Pharaoh's Gift. Yes, there we go. Throne is the one that cares about tapped creatures. God Pharaoh's Gift is the other one. Great card. Put it in your commander, Chariot. Probably not in Brawl. GG loot. Arius Flyby Trawler. Not a card I see that often, but a very cool one. It gets you a card in hand and then discards it if it was not cast or played or anything. I have a kind of slow start here, but on turn 2, I can do a little ramp. On turn 3, we can set up to copy tokens, or we can play the Chariot. Or not copy them, but make frogs. We love frogs here. We're always pogging and frogging. What are ghost vacuums for? I wonder if they've just been, like, hitting a ton of graveyard decks and are like, I need to stop them. Mox Amber. And an Unholy Heat. I have no doll, which means I guess it's going to be Kina time. I could also go for Pest Infestation, but I'd rather wait until I'm at 5, and I can hit 2 things. Fable the Mirror Breaker. Kina! Let me have a frog. Frog champ. They can ghost vacuum the things they discard. Yeah, if they like discard some cool creatures. They're going to be discarding. They chose to only discard 1 card, so they only get 1 counter. Oh no, it's always 1 counter on Arius. It's not the same as the ones that are when you discard, you get that many. Bonked for 2. Mysterious card in hand. Light up the stage. They got Harbinger of the Seas. Not that good against me, but still fine. And a Bitter Reunion, which can give them some haste in the future. With the name Shark? Yeah, where's Cat and Howler? They discarded a Blood Moon. Wow, you are a proper hater, aren't you? Y'all seeing that? Frog champ. I'll swing in with Kina. Froggers. Some ka-chunkers incoming. Chunk chunk. I wonder if they would ever make like a Cathar's Crusade in green. The green, Phyrexian that like lets you pay Phyrexian mana kind of feels like that. They're scalding their tarns. Ooh. Ooh, and they're rising of the tides, not harbinging of the seas. Yeah, Defiler of Vigor. It's a great card. I'm trying to decide how greedy I want to get with the doubling season. I think I should go for Pest Infestation next turn. Oh, they draw a card. And we get a raid! Oh, welcome, raiders! Hello, James. Welcome! We're experimenting with the new commander rules, which also apply to Brawl, and playing Esika's Chariot as our commander. Welcome, everyone. It's time to start blasting. Oh, you have your little haste thing. Greed is good. I was thinking, like, I could wait with the doubling season. I could. Were y'all punching chunks? Well, that's great. Thank you, James, for the raid. I was actually thinking about punch chunking recently, being when you clear out a chunk in Minecraft by just dirt removal service. We love a dirt removal service because I was playing the new Donkey Kong, and in the new Donkey Kong, you're pretty much doing the mining part of Minecraft, where you dig hole. You can smash the entire map. And I was thinking, I wonder if there's people who are like just clearing the entire map of all destructible parts. And the answer is yes. There are people who are doing that. Just because it's very satisfying. Very satisfying. So they got Prosthetic Memory. The more cards they draw, the more counters they can place. Chunk clear and speedruns? Nice. Ooh, making the start of a bee farm so you can have food for punching chunks. Well, that's just cool. Trying to decide which beautiful card I want to play here. I could make a random 4-drop. I could also get, like, a spell countered. It's set up for double tokens. I want random 4-drop. And if this gets countered, I'll Panharmonicon. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a random 4-drop. Be a really good one. I'll top that. It's double triggered that, but I don't actually have creatures. I've like not drawn creatures this game, which is kind of wild. My deck is predominantly creatures. Oh, draw the Visionary. That's not a bad token to have gotten. I need to find all the bananas. I haven't started playing Donkey Kong yet. I've just been watching my partner play. It's really fun. Oh, they're digging through time. Surprised they're running that and, like, Kiora. I guess she draws and discards. They had, by the way, if they had not used, is it still in their graveyard? Treasure Cruise, then Kiora on attack would have made them an 8/8. I wish I could have an 8/8 token. I can think of a 5-mana 8/8. Oh! They draw 2 disc. Oh god, how many cards are they gonna draw this turn? Am I gonna get like OTK'd by Arias? This is not an OTK. I'm at 13. Are they gonna be able to deal 13? Do I think this person also has Winter Moon? Considering the fact that they're playing both Blood Moon we saw and Harbinger of the Seas, I bet they also have Magus of the Moon. That's totally possible. Okay, so they're gonna go to combat. And this is gonna get so much. Beautiful way to die. Beautiful way to die. Good game, Arias. Florb, Calamities, Augur. I have Ramp. And oh boy, do I ever. I've got producing extra mana. I've got making a land tap for more, and I've got a discount on my green spells, and then more lands in my hand. Oh, thank goodness. There's an Overlord of Balemark here, which gives me one of the fastest possible starts in my deck. Or I get that good green stuff into that good greener stuff, even producing a token. Vlarb will be hopping from the top, though, playing spells that cost 4 or more and lands from the top. Also can manipulate the top of their deck to put things in graveyards or just reorder them. I feel kind of uncomfortable with how much mana I've produced. Are you gonna mana drain this? Get some mana for yourself? Nope. Great. I see 2 blue mana. I just expect mana drain. And now I have a Trailblazer that essentially only costs 1 mana because I play it for 2 and then it comes back and no! Barb! Fine. Mitotic Ultimus. This is a very cool deck that makes oozes, and those oozes can then die and make more oozes. Do you choose to ooze? I certainly do's. I have a turn 2 way to discount the cards in my hand, but I won't be getting the offspring unless I draw turn 1 ramp, which means unfortunately I won't have a token to copy. But I can make tokens with this, and I can make tokens with this. But this also discounts everything. I'll probably start with that Emerald Medallion then. It's a turn 2s. Yeah, Mitotic Ultimus gets a discount based on your highest power creature. So it's kind of like it's kind of just tons of big green things. Wow, that is very big and very green. I'm gonna go for the Doug Dimmet discount. Playing this Fountainport Charmer, getting the Offspring token, and reducing the cost of the cards in my hand. I can now get out the Salvager or the Tumblewag, and I'm going to start with the Tumblewag. I have some ways to double this, so just starting out with this, and I don't know, I'll beef this guy up. Can't attack in this turn. Yeah, they have 4 mana between these. Going Llanowar Elf into 3 Llanowar Elves in a trench coat is kind of awesome, though. Ah, that's not awesome, though. That's Pawk. And Pawk is one of the highest power creatures because he scales with your lands, meaning that Ultimus will almost certainly be coming down next turn. Yeah, everybody's like, ew, this guy. At least it's not their commander. Not that I have ways to remove Pawk. Ooh, a Sowing Mica Spawn. Gets them a land. Nice. I'm like looking at what I have, and I don't even think I go for Chariot here. I think this is Overlords of the Hauntwoods, full cost because I got super discounted. Costs 3 less. And I don't think I'm attacking. I'll use you to buff yourself. But I have a 1 mana Heroic Intervention, which is kind of cute. Yeah, 2 mana Overlord's great. Esika's Chariot's like, why don't I get discounts? Because you're not a creature that was in my hand. That's why. Yeah, but now I have 3 different potential tokens. And I have the ability to buff tokens. Ooh, Nissa, who shakes my world. Doubles up the mana they get from forests. And also adds a ton of devotion, so that Nykthos is getting extra nasty. People are saying Micah Spawn stocks are rising with Ancient Tomb arriving. Yes, if you're playing a mono green Eldrazi deck, you can in fact tutor for that. I wonder if they're gonna untap Nykthos. Yes, they are. So hey, what are you gonna do with 16 mana? Nothing, right? I'm sorry, 18, right, because they tap for 2. What are you doing with 18 mana? Maybe they'll play like 8 bajillion lands. So they all get copied by Pock. Genesis Wave? Neon Genesis Wave Evangelion. I'm sorry, I said that that's nothing. Time for Ooze? Time for Worm. I can respect a Worm Coil Engine. That's a good worm right there. Polukranos! And then Ultimus! What do? You have Monstrosity. I guess next turn, you can Polukranos to try to wipe the board. Beast. I'm gonna save the Gargaroth and hold up these various abilities. Even if I kill Ultimus, it just comes back with more power. So yeah, I'm holding Heroic Intervention and buffing up all tokens. Could Worm go in this deck? I thought about it, but it's one of those things where like it requires a death and it's also competing with big green things. So it's what makes it kind of unique in this deck is that it would have lifelink because green things tend not to do that. Okay, so that happens. Come on, hit me with Monstrosity X. I want to see it. I'm so ready. I'll make him target. Buff. Enough. Wait. Why did you distribute the damage like that? Maybe they were just like, yeah, she's got something. And have something I did. I don't really get that much after, like, if I swing in here, they gain 6. I just really hate the frog token. I don't have a lethal swing there. And that's because Chariot at this point is just a chump blocker, since I don't have good attacks. Oh, hey, Vorinclex, who doubles your counters. That's going to make 6/6 lands. Also make this into a +2, so next turn they can get every single land out of their deck Well, every forest out of their deck, their mono green deck, though. And, and make all of the land creatures indestructible. Not that I have easy ways to destroy them. Come on, we're gonna need a hoof off the top. Would I even be able to play it? No. Going to combat. I get no counters on things. Drawing a card. I should order it the other way. That's fine. That is unfortunately a land. Yeah, my tap to put a counter on each of my tokens doesn't do anything here. Not attacking, or not blanking with Worm. More cats, more cats. I'm in danger. And they're using the Nissa -8. These all become indestructible, and they're about to get all the force. Now, as a reminder, they have Pock out, which means that they will be getting all of the force in their deck into play tapped, and then all of them into play untapped. And Pock will be what, like a 80-80? Okay, they're having 24 forests. 53-53, yeah. Do you have a use of all that mana? Because remember, they all tap for 2. Oh no, hi, Shifting Woodland. You're right, they could have had a Tifa or a Scoot Swarm. And they didn't. Again, because they have Foreign Klex, this doesn't do anything. Hey, Gala Greeters! Try to get my, triggers in, even if it gains them life. I'll copy the 3-3. I'm not in an okay position. I'm in actively very, very bad position. I can't even, like, do the thing where I'm sinking mana into growing my board each turn. I'm just trying to go wide so I can, like, keep some semblance of pace. Yep, is 6/6 indestructibles. Okay, Steelers champion. That's cool. I'm not sure whether or not attacking in with some of the things here. Okay, there we go. I have a free block on that. I have to chump block you. I can still play it again, so I'll use it to make more tokens. And I'll take 12. That lets me tutor for a hoof. How much mana do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, and then 7. Which is enough because of the Emerald Medallion. all according to Kaikaku. Sometimes all it takes to break a board is more board. I don't know how much damage this is. Frankly, I do not care to find out. Go, my beautiful boys. Go! It's going. We got there. Sabsunen looks embodied. Going to be a frog god that's not actually a frog, unlike Fountainport Charmer, and of course, Kina, who makes frogs. We love frog tokens here. Sabsunen will be alternating between drawing cards and, well, being able to attack and block. She's also huge, and if you manipulate the +1/+1 counters on her, you can actually do both. You're able to continuously generate more card draw and attack and block with your giant reaching, trampling, indestructible god that looks like a frog but isn't a frog. I know. It's so sad to not be a frog. I will play Kina here. You really don't need to counter us. Thank you. And I will suspend Crashing Footfalls. It's always such a shame when I don't get that on turn 1. I'll swing in for 2. By the way, I can still eat non-token frogs with Kina if I really want to. Fanatic of Ronus. Oh, I wish I had my Fanatic of Ronus. Oh. Okay, let's start with Scoot Swarm. Over Esika's Chariot here. And I'm gonna eat a frog. No, wait. I guess I should have Esika's Chariot. I had enough mana for it. My cat's a fluffy girl. Yes, she is. They generate more mana. Mana equals mana. I think I've only played Fanatic of Ronus in like 1 game with Esika's Chariot, even though it's one of the most synergetic cards. Fight Rigging! Nice, so that's a way to manipulate the counters on Sabsunen so you get all of it. Oh, the suspense. I'm trying to decide if I should destroy the Fight Rigging in Utopia's Brawl. I think it's the right move. I will take out your ramp and your counter manipulation. And then I will attack with everything except Scoot Swarm. My frogs! Scraps, did you see that? Did you see that? God. That's Sabsunen. But I'm wide. I'm extremely wide. Let's get even wider. The widest anyone's ever been, ever. More. More! More! And we're at 6 for the bugs! Get them! Wow, I have a lot of frogs. So, here's the scary news. They 100% could Cyclonic Rift me this turn. They could River's Rebuke me. They could make it so all my tokens were for nothing. But they have to have it. Scraps, do you think they have it? Or your Infinite Kitty's gonna live forever? Okay, so it's gonna be a Karn's Temporal Sundering, so they're taking an extra turn. Adana's Climb also manipulates their +1/+1 counters, so they can attack. I will take 8. because she has trample. Any blocking I do is pretty much the same as any other blocking I do, even if she gets bigger. Oh, no. I give you money. They take my bug. Are you gonna double it up and make it fly next turn? Yep. So I'm going to block with as much as I can here. The way I see this, it's do or die. Except I think I just die next turn. Except it really depends if they have a way to put a counter on Sabsunan. Because it can't attack. Yeah, they take an extra turn into an extra turn. They do get a bug. And there's the rift I was worried about. Football! Dang it. I don't think I have a way to live because they just double her up and make her fly and then I super die. So here's Disciple of Freyalise eating a rhino. Mm-hmm. Big lady. Big dead. Good game, Sabsunan. Wow, I'm having trouble with your name. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars, and thank you, Scraps, for showing up at the end. You're such a good girl. I think this deck is fun, and I don't think it's bad. It's just kind of matching weirdly in Arena. I ran into a bunch of, like, control decks and combo decks that I wouldn't have expected Esika's Chariot to run into, considering that it's a kind of just generic green deck. Like, mono green tokens doesn't have a lot of support, but I did what I could with the cards that I have, and I had a lot of fun with it too. I actually was kind of sad I didn't get to pull off things like copying the Eternalized token of Fanatic of Ronus. Oh, bye, Scraps. But it would be really cool if you could pull that off with this deck, because I know it's possible, and I know it's going to be good. If you're looking for the deck list, you can find it in the description of the video. And if you want to suggest a commander from Edge of Eternities, which is coming out tomorrow, or I guess today if you're watching this on YouTube, please let me know. I'm probably going to be brewing some Cov, going to be making some, you know, spacecrafts happen, even if they're not good, just because we can, and also engaging in strange other commanders that happen to be available in the next set. So I hope that you'll have some good suggestions, since there's not actually that many commander playable cards in the set. Some good ones for the 99, very few that can go into the command zone. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.